Most people are asking the wrong question about AI. Everyone wants to know, will AI replace developers? But that's not the question that matters. The real question is, which developer are actually in danger? Because after spending months using tools like Cursor, Cloud, and GitHub Copilot, I've realized something surprising. AI isn't replacing a software engineering, it's replacing a specific part of software engineering. And that's why something doesn't add up. If it is become so powerful, why company are still hiring senior developers? And why do the highest paid engineers seem less worried about AI than everyone else? By the end of this video, you will understand exactly who is at risk, who isn't, and what software engineering might look like in 2030. Let's start with the something many developers don't want to hear. AI is already replacing certain kind of work. Not someday, right now. Think about the work many junior developers spend their day building a crude application, writing boilerplate code, generating test cases, document features, and fixing many repetitive bugs. Just a 2 year ago, those tasks could consume an entire sprint, and today AI can often complete them in minutes. That's a massive productivity shift, and pretending otherwise won't help your career. A junior developer with the modern AI tools can often produce output that would have required a small team a few years ago. Ignoring this reality is a mistake, but there is another mistake that people make. They assume coding is the same thing as a software engineering, and that's where the misunderstanding begins. Because the next thing I am about to show is the reason many people completely misunderstand what senior developer actually do. Here is the question. Imagine your manager says, our customer are abandoning a checkout. What code should we write? The answer is, we don't know yet. Maybe checkout is slow. Maybe shipping costs appear too late. Maybe mobile user can't complete the payment. Maybe the issue is nothing to do with the code at all. This is where the senior developers become valuable. Before solving a problem, they identify the real problem. And AI struggle with that because AI works best when the requirements are already clear. Real business rarely have a clear requirements. They have a confusion, they have uncertainty, they have a competitive priority, and somebody has to navigate all of that. Let's imagine you are building a system that expected to handle 10 million users. Should you use a microservices, a monolithic, event-driven architecture, or a multiple databases caching layer? AI can suggest the options, but choosing the right option requires trade-offs, and trade-offs require experience. Senior developer constantly make a decision where there isn't a perfect answer. Every decision has a consequences: performance, security, scalability, cost, maintenance. AI can generate a endless possibility, but senior engineer choose among them, and that's the completely different skill. I've personally seen situations where an AI generated solution looked perfectly during development. The code compile, test cases passes, everything seems very fine. But once the real user started hitting the system, performance issue appeared that nobody anticipated. The AI didn't solve that problem. Experienced engineer did it very well. And what I am about to tell you next is probably the biggest difference between a senior engineer and an AI model. But even architecture isn't the biggest reason company pays senior engineer huge salary. The next reason it what keeps CEO awake at night. Let's imagine it's a 2 a.m. Your payment system is down. Thousands of transactions are failing, customers are angry, management is panicking. Who gets the call? Not ChatGPT, not Cloud, and not Cursor. A senior engineer, right? Because company don't pay a senior developer for typing. They pay them for the ownership. When the system fails, somebody has to investigate, communicate, prioritize, lead, and make a difficult decision under pressure. AI can't generate the code. It cannot own consequences. And in business, consequence matters a lot. Now let's answer the question everyone is wondering. Who is actually at risk? It is not a senior developer. It is not a strong problem solver. It is not engineer who understand the system and businesses. The biggest risk is for a people whose entire value comes from a producing a predictable code. Because AI is a become a very good at a predictable work. The future doesn't belong to developers who fight with the AI. The future belongs to developers who know how to direct the AI. Think about the calculator. They don't replace the accountant. They replace the accountant who refuse to use the calculators. The same thing is happening right now with the software development. And the final point is the one that completely changed how I think about the future of programming. I don't think senior developer will spend most of their writing the code by 2030. In fact, they may write a less code than ever before. Instead of spending their day by typing the code, senior developer will spend more time in designing the system, reviewing AI generated solution, understanding customer problems, making our architecture decision, and managing technical risk. The keyboard becomes less important. Decision making becomes more important. The best development won't be the fastest coders, they'll be the best thinkers. And that's the very different future from the most people that imagine. So, will AI replace some developers? Absolutely. Will AI replace a repetitive coding tasks? Already happening here in market. But will AI replace senior developers? Not any time soon. Because companies don't hire a senior engineer to write a code. They hire them to solve a problem, make a decision, and make a responsibility when the things go wrong. The developers who thrive in the AI era won't be the one who can type the code fastest. They'll be a one who understand the problem, make the good decision, and they use the AI to force the multiplier. And that's the why I don't think the senior developer are disappearing. I think they are evolving. What you say?
If you are interested in AI automation and the future of software engineering, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.